All right, guys, we got another nail biter. We got another, I'm going to use the word again, magical Knicks win where it looked like they were rolling, and then the Spurs figured out, hey, if we stop throwing so many guys at Brunson and force him to beat us one-on-one, we can get back in the game, as well as with Harper getting out in transition and Wemby doing better in the second half. But then, OG got fouled on a three. Brunson made one of those shots over Vassell. I got it confused with Champagny in the last video. That pass to Castle is going to be sticking with him for a while, man. I mean, a tie game with 9 seconds left or whatever it was, and then he ends up fouling Brunson because his momentum already has him going in that direction, and then he misses the midi over Mitch after missing the long two on Mitch, the play after Brunson made the one on Vassell. The intensity and just the stakes of every single play, especially in that fourth quarter as the Spurs made it close again. It was once again a great time, although the Spurs now have a must-win Game 3 in a MSG crowd that's going to be going nuts. Man, the Knicks, they have a chance to go up 3-0 in New York. Anyway, for everything I just said, we got to talk about Karl Anthony Towns. If there is a finals MVP through 2 games, my pick is going to be Cat. I know Brunson has made some massive shots, but Cat's efficiency and just doing everything that's asked of him has been great. Down the stretch there, where the Knicks offense was just sputtering into random Shamet drives or difficult Brunson jumpers, I just kept on being like, just get the ball back to Cat. They got it to him one time, and they tried the Brunson cut with Cat at the top of the key, and Brunson got blocked. But anyway, I'm not trying to dog on Brunson. Like, he made enough of the big plays in this one. But look, Cat in this one, man, he, for the most part, countered whatever situation he was in. Okay, involved in a quick little screen action where Wemby is just off of him for a quick second, go right into the pick and pop. Pick and pop against Cornette. Drive on Cornette from the high post, beating Wemby for offensive rebounds, making the Spurs pay when a smaller guy is on him, where, let's say the Spurs take Wemby off of Cat, they put him on Hart or Shamet, or it felt like it was a lot of those two, a little bit of OG and McHale as well, and Brunson was putting Wemby in screen actions for a minute there, whatever. But when the Knicks made sure to get Cat the ball, he was really physical, sealing guys underneath the rim, and then either he was getting a score off of that, or he was somehow hitting McHale in the corner where legit 4 Spurs are around him. I think he sealed Fox under the rim, and Cornette came over. I want to say it was like Castle and Champagny, the other two. There was legit 4 guys on him anyway. He also found McHale on a cut when Wemby was glued to him at the top. It felt like McHale just didn't miss from mid-range, and he was very dialed in on the stuff that was building the lead for the Knicks, which was the Spurs either doubling Brunson or trying to hedge and recover on Brunson screens, and then we're just in rotation, right? And so, like, I remember one specifically where Shamet quickly got into a screen with Brunson. That becomes a McHale 3. I want to say that McHale had a few just 3s or pull-up 2s just off of this stuff. OG also had a couple of shots where I felt like the rotations from the Spurs just weren't necessary. Like, there was one, this might not have been OG, but there was one where Castle came over, where I think Champagny was fine on Brunson. There was like 10 seconds on the clock. He hadn't really created an advantage or whatever. And then I think OG just got a wide open corner 3 in the same side as Brunson. I'm like, what are you doing? Actually, that might have been Shamet. I don't remember. OG and Shamet had basically identical 3s from very similar plays in the same spot. Anyway, I mean, even the one of the 3s late there that they got, where it was Cat being the recipient in the middle of the floor from Brunson, and then I think this was a Shamet corner 3, and it was Wemby on Cat. You know, Brunson was trying to at least just get Wemby moving by putting him in screen actions, right? And so then Fox has to rotate off of Shamet in the corner, that goes to Cat, and then it becomes Dylan Harper closing out to Shamet, big 3, they go up 12, and then crazy stuff happened, and we got a nail-biter. I mean, OG, he had that dunk on Wemby. If it's not a dunk on Wemby, it's basically a dunk on Wemby, from just a little too much attention from the Spurs defenders on Brunson. But again, the Spurs, they calmed down on this, and then they got it really close off of a bunch of Knicks offensive possessions that felt like they were going nowhere, and then I feel like I'm repeating myself now. Other things in this game. Let's go to Wemby. So the first half, it felt like the Spurs, to open up the game, had a lot of success on just simple pick-and-roll actions of various kinds, where it also felt like the Knicks might have been overhelping a little too much. But the Spurs were also very dialed in on, let's say, Vassell, De'Aaron Fox ghost screens or slip screens to create drive-in kicks, or Cornette and I'll say Champagny screening for Fox to get them downhill, or Wemby involved in various horns actions or double screens. And it just led to good stuff like Castle layups. I mean, the first play of the game for them was a pin down with Wemby and Fox, which then flowed into a Wemby-Fox empty side action. I think that became a Devin Vassell 3. Like, they were really dialed in on all this stuff. Or even simple ones of like Mitch just dropping back on a screen and it's Fox just going at him in a simple one with Wemby, like not as complex, right? So that's all cool. But then it felt like the Knicks just did a better job of guarding all these things, because as I keep saying, their defensive turnaround mostly happened when they decided we're going to be more aggressive and we're going to trust that we can close out to guys. So they did better at that stuff. And then it became, Wemby, you just got to find a way to score, man, because all of the drive and kick and skip passes and all that stuff, it's not hitting like it was hitting the first few minutes of the game. And in the first half, it was a struggle. And in the second half, he just found a way, man, whether it was transition or a crazy scoop layup with his left hand in the post on Cat, or a lob where De'Aaron Fox manages to split the double between Brunson and McHale. I have no idea how Fox pulled that one off. He also had a couple of jumpers in the second half, not the last few that I'm sure he would really love, but by the end he got to an efficient, 29 points. But it was a process to get there, and I mean, like, we all know what it is with Wemby in the half-court offense, where if he's facing somebody who can match up with him physically and he can't overpower, then it becomes a bit more of like having to search out those buckets. Now, he's so talented that he does it, whether it's threes, transition, screen setting, lobs, putbacks, whatever, right? But one day, Wemby in the half court will be able to say, this is my spot on the floor, whether it's the wing, the free throw line, wherever. And every decision that I make from here is going to put you in terror, because either you're going to have to bring two on me because I can break down a big guy off the dribble, or I can overpower a little guy. And I imagine the playmaking and like the sixth sense of reading where the help is coming from is eventually going to get to a point of like, again, there's going to be no real answer to stop him in the half court. But right now, you will still see those possessions where the Spurs need to rely a lot on Fox, Castle, Harper, whatever it might be. And again, they're in the NBA Finals, and both of these games have been very close. So this is not me trying to like have a take against Wemby. And I think the numbers that really show that through two games are that Wemby currently has more turnovers than assists in this series. He's still amazing. I'm not saying anything otherwise, but, you know. More stuff for the Knicks. The little run that McHale and Deuce went on of not missing from mid-range, or those two, as well as I want to say it was like Shamet, Mitch, Josh Hart, just battling on the offensive glass in that stretch there where there was no Brunson and no Cat. And they either kept those minutes neutral or they actually won the minutes. That was the late third quarter, I want to say. The Knicks ended up with 10 offensive rebounds. It didn't feel like 10. Maybe it's because every single one they got, just the magnitude of it, or it felt like they got one or two on the same possession, which would then lead to a made three for somebody. So yeah, great stuff. Anything else I want to mention? Oh yeah, OG, the guy just makes defensive plays where it feels like he's in two places at once. Like, I remember one of these, he helped off of Harper in the corner to stop Wemby on a roll, and then Castle, it was also very good defense by Cat, I should say that as well, at the rim. And so then Castle's looking around, what do? Tries to throw it to Harper. OG steals the pass on its way there. Like, he helped off of Harper and stole the pass meant for Harper. And then like one time later, this one play by Castle was really annoying for me. He tried to draw the foul on McHale on the pull-up too, where OG's defense again was really good because he helped to where he tagged Wemby on the roll to where Wemby just got kind of stonewalled to the free throw line. And there were skip passes available for Castle on this one. Like, Champagny was open in the opposite corner with Brunson playing off of him, and Castle, he just made... I mean, if he gets fouled, then it works, but obviously it didn't work. But yeah, OG's really good, basically. And yeah, man, through two games, I think Karl Anthony Towns is the finals MVP. I mean, Cat, OG, and McHale basically did not miss a shot tonight. Crazy stuff. Fox and Harper, also efficient today. Just a lot of drives. Or a three over Brunson there. It felt like they were locked in on just going at Brunson and one-on-ones down that stretch there. And yeah, another game with a lot of free throw attempts. And a lot of physicality. I don't know if all those ones on Cat really needed to be called. Anyway, yeah, man, Knicks up 2-0.